Hey everyone, so I'm going to show you guys a drawing tutorial today, and I'm going to draw a rose as my tutorial. So this is really easy to draw, and this is just my perspective of drawing it. I'm not a professional, of course, but this is a really easy tutorial, and it makes the rose look really realistic. So I'm just going to use some kind of basic tools. I'm just going to use a pencil and an eraser. So these tools I'm sure everyone has in their house, and of course you're just going to need a basic piece of paper. So let's get on to the tutorial. I'll just move my drawing out of the way, and by the way, I completely drew this 100% by myself, so if you guys are wondering, I did draw this. So I'll just move that out of the way. Now I just have a little piece of paper that I'm going to show you guys how to draw. So first off, you guys are going to start off with like a basic flower petal, and it's going to have a little bit of a point at the top, and then you just want it to be like that. So right next to that petal, we're going to add another petal, but this is going to be a little bit more miscellaneous. It won't be as crisp as the first one, so we're just going to add some random curves in this one. And then you want it to meet at the foundation of the corner of the first petal, so right here, but we're not going to let these petals touch just yet. And right next to this petal, we're going to add another petal with a lot of curves and crescents. So we're gonna have one crescent here. Oops, so we're gonna have one crescent up here. Hold on. So we're gonna have one crescent up here, and then we're gonna add another crescent following that. And next we're gonna have a huge crescent like that. And you just want to curve in like that. Alright. So these are our basic foundation kind of petals, and we're going to build on top of this. Our more complications will start over here, but we're just going to start off with like our next petal that's going to be right next to this petal. So just make a nice little petal that will have a nice curve, and bring it in. There we go. Now next to that, we're going to add another petal. Like that. Alright, now over here we're going to make a huge like little crescent, and it's going to go through all of these flower petals. And we're going to make it curve up like so. And we're going to give it some more little curves and a little flap like that. It looks a little bit weird on camera right now, but once we build upon this, it will look much better, I promise. Now we're going to make a little crescent like this over here, so I'm just going to do that real quick. And followed by that, I'm going to make a little curve up here. Alrighty. Now we're going to make this flower petal attach to that. And what we're going to do next is basically make another petal that will kind of that this petal will overlap. So just make that over here. Now we're not going to finish this full petal because we have another petal over here to add. Now this petal is going to follow at the crescent of this little petal over here. So I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but just watch and then you'll understand what I mean. So we're just going to make a petal that's going to go through this, curve up, and curve back down. Now you can finish off this petal over here, make it like so. Now over here, we're going to make it really complicated, and this is the hard part. We're just going to make some folds over here, like so, and then over here, make a little bump over here, that, and sorry, I'm just making it a little bit crisper. And over here, we're going to make this petal a little bit longer, and there's going to be another petal that will overlap this. Make two little crescents like that. And over here, just add another little petal. One right there, and one more petal over here. So that is basically our rose, and I hope you can see it. But as you guys can see, if there's anything that looks a little bit miscellaneous or unnecessary, then go ahead and fix that right up. You can see this petal's a little bit awkward. I don't really like that position, so I'm just going to fix it up with my eraser and just make it the way you want to. And guys, art is a freedom of expression, so it doesn't have to be precise, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can do it however you want it to, okay? So definitely keep that in mind, and it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be perfect. There's really no guidelines when it comes to art. But right here, this little curve here is a little bit, I think it needs to be a little bit more extended outwards, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that. But if you're fine with yours, then go ahead and just keep it the way you want. But I'm just going to go ahead and fix that up really quick. Like that. Alright, now it's time to darken the edges that we've made. And this is one of my favorite parts, but it's not quite my favorite part because we still have more shading to do. But go ahead and just make the little edges of the petals darker, however you want it to. And there's really no guidelines for this. You can do it whatever order you want to. Alrighty, so I'm done with that, and now is the fun part. Now we're going to go ahead and shade. Shading is my favorite part because you can do it however you want to, but the way I like to shade is I like to shade on the overlapping parts. Like if a petal is overlapping another petal, I like to shade where the shadow would naturally fall. So I'm just going to go ahead and explain that by drawing it on. So I'm just going to shade over here because this petal is kind of overlapping this, and there would be a shadow naturally if you were to look at a real flower. So I'm just gonna do shadows of each petal like so, over here a little bit. Now it's time to blend in those shadows that you guys have made. Now I personally like to use my fingers, but you guys can go ahead and use a Kleenex or a cotton swab if you guys want. But I personally would go ahead with the Kleenex if I were you, if you guys don't want to use your fingers, because the Kleenex is my favorite alternative. And the cotton swabs can get a little bit it won't really be as sturdy as the Kleenex. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my fingers for this, but you guys can go ahead and use whatever you guys want. And I'm basically going to rub out the shadows you guys made outward to the petals. So basically to the tip of the petals. Like so. Alrighty, so that is our rose. And if you guys see any like faults with this, then you guys can go ahead and make your little petals a little bit darker, or just do whatever you guys need to. If you guys need to shade a little bit more, if you guys need to erase something that was a mistake, go ahead and do so, because you guys want it to look as best as it can. But then again, keep in mind that art is like a freedom of expression, like I explained before, and you guys can really go any direction that you guys want. But I hope you guys enjoyed my realistic rose tutorial. I hope you guys could follow it easily. But if you guys have any comments or questions or anything like that, please comment below. I'll be happy to respond to your questions. And please comment, rate, and subscribe. And guys, I just want to thank you all for viewing my videos. It means so much, because I'm just like a regular girl that, just wants to express herself. So, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos and commenting and subscribing, and I just want to thank all you guys for that, because it really makes my day when I see another person who is subscribed to me. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys have a great day, okay? Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!